Willkommen zum The Latest Talk mit Business Punk, wie immer hier live im The Latest Store auf dem Kudamm in Berlin. Und ich hoffe, dass ihr gerade maximal souverän und entspannt in den Donnerstagabend gleitet und damit eigentlich auch schon, seien wir ehrlich, ins Wochenende. Wir machen heute Abend die nächsten Minuten das, was wir hier immer am allerliebsten machen und mittlerweile echt gut beherrschen, nämlich über Innovation sprechen und über innovative Produkte sprechen. Und mit den Menschen reden, die Innovation ermöglichen, die für Innovation verantwortlich sind, die uns so ein bisschen visionär in die nahe Zukunft abholen und entführen. Das ist die eine Sache. Die andere Sache, die wir hier am allerliebsten machen, ist Eskapismus. Denn, machen wir uns nichts vor, Frühling, Sommer war bislang noch nicht so mordsmäßig gut. Das heißt, umso schöner, dass wir demnächst oder jetzt gleich über ein Produkt reden, das die Vorfreude auf die Zeit, wenn es dann demnächst gleich so richtig losgeht, nochmal um das 3, 4, 5 maximal erweitert. Und dazu sprechen wir mit Aaron Frank, Spokesperson for Serial1, which is why we'll be switching to English right now. The company behind one of the most daring and extravagant designs in the world of e-bikes today, a Harley Davidson company, of course, one of the most iconic and revered makers of cycles. And I'm also very pleased to announce that in Germany, you can get the Serial1 bikes here exclusively at the latest store, as well as, of course, at the official Harley Davidson dealerships. Aaron Frank, great to see you. Aaron, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. I can see you, but there's no sound coming in. Anyway, as soon as Aaron is joining us for this talk, we'll be talking about innovation, about e-bike innovation, about the role that Harley Davidson plays in this design process, about the big, let's say, like a siblingship between these two companies. I think Aaron is back on.
Yep, I'm here
Perfect.
now. Thank you.
Perfect. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. Thanks for being here, Aaron. Let's do this. Let's dive right in. Please tell me about the challenges of creating an e-bike with a very choppery design. Actually, what were some of the most challenging decisions that you had to make?
Yeah, certainly. You know, obviously Harley Davidson is iconic around the world for creating really beautiful and graceful motorcycles. So when we took this decision to move into the electric bicycle space, it was very important that we designed a bicycle that, you know, really honored that legacy and what was beautiful and very iconic and very pleasing to the eye. So it was really important from the beginning that we designed this bike from the ground up to be a Harley Davidson product. You know, we couldn't just take an existing bicycle and slap a battery on the rack on the rear and a hub motor in the front wheel and call it an e-bike. We had to start from the ground up to design something that really honored that Harley Davidson heritage and lived up to the Harley Davidson name. So I think it is really important to understand that these are 100% unique, designed from the ground up Harley Davidson vehicles. You know, there were some challenges with that. You know, adding a motor and a battery to a bicycle oftentimes really, you know, can upset the handling of the bike. So we spent a lot of time and a lot of testing to make sure that we built something that handled as well as people would expect from the Harley Davidson name. That's why, you know, we used the mid-mounted motor. We designed our own custom battery that's very compact, that mounts very low, because we know from building motorcycles that having that low center of gravity is very, very important. So we basically treated this project just like we would the development of a motorcycle and put the bicycles through all of the same testing protocols and procedures. And I think if you read the reviews, some of the best reviews we get say it doesn't feel like an e-bike. It feels like a regular bike. It has that very neutral, very predictable, very easy handling. And a lot of that is because we put so much time and energy into designing a bike that has very great dynamics.
Tell me a bit about the role that you play at Harley Davidson, that Serial1 plays at Harley Davidson. How does the cooperation work? Of course, you already mentioned that you have these legacy motorcycles. Now there's a completely different product for a different probably a whole different buyership actually. So how does the cooperation work in the company?
Yeah, and that's exactly why Serial1 was formed as a separate brand. Originally, the e-bicycles were designed and developed at Harley Davidson, and the intention was to reveal them as Harley Davidson e-bicycles. But as we got further down the road, we realized, exactly like you said, it's a very different product. It's a bicycle, not a motorcycle. It's designed for a very different target, and it's existing in a completely different industry, in the cycling industry. So that's why the decision was made to form Serial1 as its separate brand. So right now we are Serial1, powered by Harley Davidson. It is still a Harley Davidson designed and engineered product. Harley Davidson is a minority participant, a minority owner of the brand, but we are our own standalone brand. So we have the independence and flexibility to do what we need to do to be successful in the electric bicycle space, but we also have the power and strength of Harley Davidson's design and engineering. So we feel like it's really the best of both worlds. We're not a motorcycle company working in the bicycle industry. We're a bicycle brand, but we have the power of Harley Davidson behind us.
That's great.
I was just going to say, even the name Serial1 is a reference to Harley Davidson. You know, the very first Harley Davidson motorcycle is affectionately referred to as serial number 1. So that idea of founding the bicycle company, there's that homage to that pioneering spirit of the original Harley Davidson founders. So that Serial1 is a reference back to their first motorcycle, and the idea that we want to be as influential in the electric bicycle space as Harley Davidson was 118 years ago in the motorcycle space.
Well, that's great. So you're part of history when you actually decide to buy one of these, probably not knowingly or maybe knowingly. Who do you identify as the prototypical customer? Like, who do you target, and how do you target these people?
Yeah, so you can see, you know, our first offerings in the electric bike space are city bikes. They're the /city family of bicycles, and they're obviously intended for urban commuters. You know, really, urban commuters and urban dwellers are the largest market right now for electric bicycles. And I think this is really exciting because if you think about Harley Davidson's core brand DNA, what does the Harley Davidson brand mean? It means fun, freedom, and adventure on 2 wheels. But right now, with a motorcycle, that means buying a $40,000 motorcycle and disappearing in the Alps for 2 weeks to experience that. Here you have the opportunity to participate in the Harley Davidson brand and experience those same core values of fun, freedom, and adventure. But rather than going out into the countryside on a motorcycle, you can explore your city on a bicycle and see, you know, take bike paths, go through parks, see parts of your city that you may have never seen before. So I think it's really interesting that that core brand value of Harley Davidson is translated from the open road on a motorcycle to the city environment on an e-bicycle.
That's great. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's lots of stuff going on for biking in cities like Berlin. We heard that before, that bikes become way more influential than they have been in the past. So that's a good way going forward.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one more thing.
And I've ridden in Berlin. I know you guys have incredible bicycle trails right along the river that go for many, many miles. And you see a part of your beautiful area that you would never see in a car or on a motorcycle. There's so much great spots that are only accessible by bicycle.
But also, as you mentioned, 2 weeks in the Alps don't sound too bad right now, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why you need the motorcycle and the bicycle. Do both.
Talking about which, let's get like for the last part, maybe get into distribution. How do you sell these bikes? Of course, we already heard that the latest is a partner, but you also have your official Harley Davidson dealerships. Do you imagine like a customer walking in, maybe trying to buy a legacy bike, and also going, this could be great for the city? Is that one of the channels that you target?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are 3 ways to buy a Serial1 e-bicycle. You can buy direct. We are selling direct to consumer through our website. So you can order the bicycle and have it shipped to your home. It comes 95% assembled. You basically put the saddle in, put the pedals on, and install the front wheel. So most people can set up the bike at home in less than 10 minutes. If you want that full retail experience, you can also take delivery through participating Harley Davidson dealers. So you can go and see the bike, touch the bike, take a test ride, talk to someone in real time and ask questions, and take delivery through a Harley Davidson dealer. So those are the two primary ways. The third way is alternative retail channels like The Latest. I mean, I think The Latest is just so interesting in the way that it makes shopping an event or an experience to come and be surrounded by all of this great technology and all of these innovations. So we're really pleased and happy to partner with The Latest and be able to put our bicycles in front of a different audience who might not already be at a Harley Davidson dealership in that beautiful facility that you're in right now.
Aaron, thanks so much for doing this. Great bike. Hope you have a great time, and well, make sure to come ride on a bike next time you're in Berlin and enjoy the bike lanes.
I cannot wait till we are able to travel back to Berlin, and I cannot wait to see that beautiful city from the saddle of a Serial1 e-bicycle.
Thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing you. Bye-bye, Aaron.
All right. Have a great night. Thank you.
You too. And thanks everybody for joining us for this latest talk. Make sure to follow The Latest, Serial1 and Business Punk Mag hier on Instagram. Euch allen einen schönen Abend. Freut mich sehr. Seid nächste Woche dabei oder demnächst, wenn wir wieder live sind, hier im The Latest Store auf dem Kudamm in Berlin. Bis bald. Tschüss.